Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How y'all guys doing, man? Oh, man. Excuse me. We got another fallen rapper. Another fallen rapper. I just want to start by saying, okay, we as black people, right? And it ain't just black people, it's just we as people in general. We quick to kill each other. But when them cops approach you out there in them streets, you ain't trying to kill them cop. I'm not advocating that anyone should kill a cop or whatever case may be, but we quick to kill one another versus the conqueror, which could be anybody. You know, it ain't no specific race or whatever case may be, but we quick to do that. We quick all this killing that's going on. This man got killed for what? I watched the footage, and it was sad. It was sad because the dude walked up to his car, and the dude said, "Yo, you got a problem with me? You got a problem?" That's all you heard. He ain't even really get a word out, and the dude just starts shooting at him. And then it looked like while the dude was shooting at him, the dude dragged him out the car and was shooting at him as he was dragging him. You know, and then some people saying that he was holding on to the dude's leg, but it looked like to me the dude was dragging him and shooting him. The footage is quite heartbreaking. And the sad part about this is that this man got killed for what? And I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna really say this. We you know, it's a lot of these young cats out here, man, that advocate that gang life. You know, and let me tell you something. I'm gonna just say this, okay? I'm not. That's bad. What happened to Slim 400, man? That's horrible. It's real horrible. Hold on, y'all. That's real horrible what happened to Slim 400. Nobody deserves that. Slim 400 was the brother that was trolling 6ix9ine. I bet you he probably happy over this. You know, 6ix9ine, he probably happy that Slim 400 got killed and all that. Cause it was a ongoing beef with them. You know, Slim 400 even win his hold on, y'all. Slim 400 went as far as going to Brooklyn, New York, and was in Marcy Projects and all that. He went as far as doing that. You know, like, you know, saying, "Yo, I ain't checking, I'm in the hood," you know, saying that because him and 6ix9ine had some beef and all that. That's messed up, man. And a lot of these, you know what? All these rappers that's getting killed nowadays, okay? You had Pop Smoke, you had the other rapper that just passed away, Young Dolph. You know, you got all these rappers, man, that's passing away. You know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Living that type of life is not. That's not what y'all want, brothers. That's not what y'all want. You know, nobody is really tough like that. And the sad part about it is just us. We doing this to each other. It ain't nobody else that's doing this to each other. It's us. We the one that's hurting and killing each other. It ain't nobody else that's doing this. We the only ones that's doing this to each other, and that's the sad part about it. It's a real sad. This man got killed for what? What did this man get killed for? This man got killed for word. And you know the sad part, it was a man that looked just like him that did it. Y'all young dudes, man. Y'all young dudes, y'all gotta wake up, bro. Y'all really gotta wake up, man. Cause y'all pretty soon, before you know it, man, it ain't gonna be nobody left. It ain't gonna be nobody left. All the youngins ain't gonna be no youngins left, man. And there's no holds bar. They killing children too. The worst thing that could, let me tell you something. There's laws right now. Chicago is one of the states. Texas is one of the states, and I forgot the other. I think Louisiana. You can buy a gun and you can walk down the street with it, and you don't need no license. You don't need none of that. And you know what? I think that was designed for on a certain level right there. I really do. All these guys that's on the internet, that's talking, you know, even though these guys is warring with each other, you know, you got 10 Toes Down, you got Hassan Campbell, Tommy Lasorda, you got a couple of these brothers, man. I don't care what they say. You know what I mean? We need to listen to some of these dudes, man, because you know what? These guys are very informational, and the things that they're saying, we could learn from them. Because some of these guys has been out there in this world, man. They've been around. You know, it's things that they have seen in their life. You know what I'm saying? So they want to just spread that word. Each one teach one. Because a lot of this killer, it don't make no sense. The dude was like this thin. You know what I mean? Dude came up to him. Yo, you got a problem with me? Dragged him out of his car and was just like shooting him like he wasn't shit. Just to see that footage, yo, it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. And you know what? I normally don't get online. And, you know, to be honest with you, my YouTube page right now, I just, there's a host of things that I put up there. I don't really have time out the day to really do this every day. You know, there's things that I'm doing in my life that don't give me time, excuse me, to get on YouTube and do this. But I had to get on it for this one right here. Because not too long ago, the brother was on Vlad TV saying how many times he got shot, which I didn't think that was wise. You know, and just like Tupac, you know, he probably thought that, hey, if I get shot again, you know, God is on my side, I'm gonna live. But you know what? There come a time when your body can't take it no more. And I just want to say this. You know, the brother who did that, man, I don't know what kind of beef y'all had, but damn, come on, bro. You know, was it really that serious? Did brother have that much? Did he get you that mad? You came up to his car, dragged him out of his car, and killed the brother, man. I mean, bro, just think about it, bro. You messed up your life. You took his life. You messed up your life. Because now when you get caught, brother, you're going to go to jail for a long time. This right here is going to be an ongoing beef right here. It's never going to stop in Inglewood, California. It's never going to stop. This thing is going to keep going. It's going to keep going, man. I guess Jim Brown and the rest of those brothers that tried to bring the gangs together, I guess they did it in vain, man. I mean, it breaks my heart to hear that another brother got killed for a senseless reason. For anybody to get killed for something senseless. Nobody, you know what? We get mad every day. You know, somebody might be driving behind you. You know, road rage just happen. Like, look for instance, look at the lady who hit a motorcyclist and then tried to run away and then came out the house with a gun and she was shot dead. You know, I mean, we gotta think about stuff before we do it, fam. We definitely gotta we gotta think about stuff, man. You know, and I'm gonna tell you, man, during the course of the day, there's a lot of people that get me upset. And you know that heat of the moment, man. It only takes that one heat of the moment to get you mad when you want to just take somebody's life. But in the long run, you gonna think about that later on, because I'm gonna tell you something. When you got a gun in your hand, you got somebody's life in your hand. The power is in your hands when you have a gun. No man is big. No man is too small. When you got that gun in your hand, that's when that you got that power. You got that power to do whatever you want to do. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: the real man may sit down and talk it out. You know, when I was younger, yeah, I've done some crazy things. That was back in the old school. You know, yeah, there's a lot of brothers that I know that got locked up for murder and all that, and a lot of them they not in jail no more because I guess the laws wasn't as strict back in the days. But the one thing that I'm saying, man, is we gotta start doing better, man, because a lot of us know better. I'm gonna tell you something, man. When you a rapper, and I ain't no rapper. I'm no rapper. I'm definitely not no rapper. But I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna say this to all of the rappers. When you guys is out there rapping, okay, like Slim Jesus, he got on social media and he said, "Yo, I don't really live that life. I just talk about it because it helps me make money." And when the real Chicago dude stepped to him, he couldn't handle that. So he left that alone. That music he left alone because he realized that, yo, it could get real. And some of the brothers that's doing that, man, they not cut out of that. Man, nowadays, a lot of brothers and sisters is on demon time. I'm telling you. They ain't on the guard hour. They on the demon time. Just to see this dude get killed like that, man. You know, it was hurting to see another brother do it. That hurt like hell, man. That was like somebody stabbed me with a knife. Homeboy dragged homeboy out the car. It looked like he dragged him out the car, literally. It was pop, 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 pop. As he was, you know, and then you can see him just curling up in the ball. You know, that was some sad stuff, man. That was sad. And we wonder why we don't get respect as a people. We ain't gonna never get respect as a people. Look at what we do to each other. Now, I'm willing to bet the same brother that did that, when the cops come after that brother, he ain't gonna do that to them police officers that do that, but he gonna do it to another brother that look just like him. You know, how can you, bro? How can you do that to that man, bro? The dude was a rapper, man. He was a rapper. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something, man. And this goes out to everybody. When you think that people are for you, they're not really for you. Okay, you repping the set, but to be honest with you, that set don't really. And I'm not trying to disrespect the gangs and nothing like that, because I was in the gang when I was younger in New York City. You know what I mean? It wasn't called a gang; it was called a posse back in them days. So I'm not disrespecting nobody said or nothing like that. But a lot of these guys, man, they'll do more for the gang than they'll do for their own family. And what y'all guys don't realize, man, when y'all guys do things for strangers that don't really care about you like that, You know, and a gang is really for guys and girls that don't have family. People don't care about them. That's what I see as a gang. People don't care about them. And when people don't care about them, they find others that just like them. And they have a lot in common, and then that makes it a gang. Because then they whatever badness that they're thinking, their buddy or they newly found brother or sister's gonna think the same way, like how they thinking. But there's really no genuine love, man, on that level, because if you try to get out the gang, you might be killed. Because now the other brothers and sisters think, oh, you think you too good to still be with us because you made it? Look at these singers, man. Look at Chris Brown, all of them. You know, I not to say nothing bad about Chris Brown and all that, but you know, it was rumors that Chris Brown was trying to be in the Bloods. Brother, why would you want that type of lifestyle? You made it. You're talented. It's a lot of these musical artists that's exploited by gangs. I seen an interview with Slim 400. He was saying that he came to check his family out, which was the gangs and all that. From what I understand, Slim 400 was from Germany. He was a military kid. His parents moved back and forth. He wasn't really in that life like that. When you get shot the first time, you don't want no more of that. When you get shot the first time, I know people who got shot and they luckily survived that. And that was it for them. And I know people that didn't survive that and they was perpetrating that life. And this was back in the 90s. I'm just saying, yo, that was heartbreaking, man. I just like seeing a dog get hit by a car, and then the person, like if it was somebody's dog, they can't get the dog all crushed up in the street and all that. The dude shot that man up like that man was a dog that got hit by a car. But instead of that being a dog, which I have respect for animals too, that was a human being. It's hurting, man. It's hurting. And you know what? Everybody, and I mean everybody, gonna try to profit or try to make money off of that story. And you know what? I never even heard Slim 400. I never even heard his songs like that. Never even heard him. But I bet you now they'll be playing his songs because he dead now. Just like Young Dolph. I never even heard none of his songs. I probably did, but didn't even know it. And I'm a DJ. And their songs are like underground. Only people's song that I really heard that passed away on the radio was Pop Smoke. And not because he's from Brooklyn like I am, but he's the only one that went really mainstream that I know of that's dead nowadays. Of course, everybody know about Tupac and Biggie. I think this is where all that started from. People, we gotta start doing better, man. We definitely gotta start doing better. This dude dying in the street like that, man, and he came to see his father. I mean, I'm looking at it like this, bruh. The guy who killed him, I don't know the situation. I don't know nothing about it. But you could have done that in a different way. If this man had a problem with you, brother, I'm gonna just say this. If somebody got a problem with you, you could scare their ass. Hey, if you got some power in your hands, bring them to the basement. Tell them some things. Let them know that you about that life. Let them know that you real. Then you let them go. You don't gotta kill nobody. It's too many people just dying, man. It's just too many people dying. It's like nobody want to get their clothes dirty anymore. Hey, I don't want to get my clothes dirty, but you know what the thing is that there's ways you can do things, y'all. You could talk about it. You could talk about it. You don't have to. This man didn't have to lose his life. This man didn't have to be shot multiple times and dragged. He was dragged. This dude wasn't holding on. This dude was dragging while he was getting shot. He was dragging him and going pop, 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 as he was dragging him. Most saddest thing I ever seen, man. Most saddest thing. And dude was out there. Dude was representing the Bloods and he was doing his thing. And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, guys. We gotta do better, man. To all of the gangs out there, think about your families. Think about you know what? I'm gonna just say this: there could never be a truce. I don't care if Jim Brown and the whole world come out and tell these guys to stop this. It'll never be a truce in gang culture because there was too many lives already lost. The Blood and the Crips could never truce with each other. It's so many sets of the Bloods. There's so many sets of the Crips. None of them is ever going to be like, yo, okay, I won't do this if you don't do this. It's never going to happen. There's so much blood shedding on these streets, man. And now this latest one is Slim 400, man. This latest one right here. Then there was Young Dolph and, so on. And then Pop Smoke. And, what is it going to take for us to realize, man, we're not winning. We're losing. We killing each other. For what? Pretty soon it ain't going to be no young dudes left. It ain't going to be no, and all the OGs, I'm disappointed in you. Because you got some of these OGs out here, they have the power to talk to these youngins, man. These dudes are sleeping giants. They can talk to these youngins. I'm telling you. They can talk to these youngins and they can stop all of this. But it's a lot of them that have ignorance towards each other. Look at the brother King Wall. He didn't even die in his state. He died in another state. Oh, some craziness, man. Yo, y'all, we gotta stop this for real. We gotta really stop this. And you know what? The thing is, I haven't done a live in a real long time, and hopefully people share this, and they, and somebody out there is listening to what I'm saying. Hopefully somebody will listen and can listen. I'm not in this for the money. I want this word to spread. It should be other people, talking just like me. Okay, you got these intelligent brothers online. You got Hassan Campbell, you got King of New Jersey, you got 10 Toes Down, you got Tommy Lasorda. I can name them. And these brothers, they're put against each other because there's trolls out there that's keep sending messages to each of these brothers trying to make it seem like they talking about each other, and they really not. It's these trolls out here. They like doing that to these dudes, man. I'm going to just say this, man. and I don't know how far this is gonna go, but I want to say for the gangs to sit down and really talk. Gang culture was not meant to attack each other, because when it all first started out, it was meant to protect each other blocks. The Crips was built to protect their block, because a lot of the women and children was getting kidnapped and beaten and slain and all that. So that's what the Crips was really for. But then you had people that in the Crips that some of the people didn't want to be part of that no more. So they said, nah, man, we gonna form our own gang. And that's how the Bloods became about in Los Angeles. And then later on moved to Rikers Island in New York City. Okay, and then next thing you know, there was a Blood set from New York City, and then from New York City, it went all over the place. Now it's all over. This is a catastrophe. Who would have thought that we would even be this way? I bet you Martin Luther King, I bet you they turning over their graves right now. Like if they was to come, you know, and just just get a taste of what's going on, you know, with their life after death, and they see all of the black people and all of the white people, you know, case may be, these gangs is out of control, man. And you know what? This is something that we can't knock, because you know this thing right here. A lot of the youngins, man, they need the gang. They need it because a lot of them don't have family like that. So their family is the gang. You know, but at the same time, we all need to sit down. You know, I was in the gang myself. You know what I'm saying? In New York City. It was called the Posse back in them days. We all need to sit down, y'all, and do better. Jim Brown, he can't do it no more. Farrakhan, he can't do it no more. None of these people could do this. How many times you gonna call a Million Man March and then go home and go back to doing what you was doing? I guess one man can't make a difference. I guess you know, to be honest with you, it's just tiring. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, we must listen to the news. Because if you don't listen to the news, it's just like you going outside in the rain with no umbrella. If you don't know what's going on out there, you're going to get caught out there in the mess. Rest in peace to Young Dolph. Rest in peace to Slim 400. Pop Smoke. You know, all these guys, man. I'm going to just say this. Chicago, y'all guys on the map, man. Because when y'all started this drill rap, Chief Keef, y'all really started it, man. Y'all, I mean, people want to be like y'all, you know. I'm you know what? I'm gonna just say this, man. Instead of the rappers trying to gain street cred and all that, come up there. Rap is about storytelling. Come up there and tell the youngins, yo, we only do this. We don't really live this way. You know what I'm saying? We do this to sell records. Because in reality, it's storytelling. But then you got a lot of these guys that's really living that life. Look at WWF wrestling. Wrestling, we all know, wasn't real like that. And whenever they was confronted by someone, they would slap somebody in the head or something, or beat somebody up, because then that'll mess up business. Oh, you trying to say we not real? Pat, pat, pat. Hurt somebody. Because if people see, the one thing I know about life, people want to emulate everything that they see. They really want to be about that life. Me coming up in this world, my father's side of the family, my father in general, they was all gangsters, but they was hustler gangsters. I never heard of them killing anybody, shooting anybody. If they did do something like that, it was for protection. They all had hearts. They didn't want to hurt nobody. And I could speak for that, because I was there for many things that my father has done, and some of the things my uncle, and just hearing about what my uncle was doing, I know he wasn't on that level as hurting anyone. It's a lot of these young boys, man. Y'all really gotta get yourself together, bros. Think about your family. Like, think about if you kill somebody. And it's easier said than done, because there's a lot of people that make me want to kill them, to be honest with you. But I'm a humble brother, and I'd rather be humble than when I meet my maker, I done created the ultimate sin. Killing things in general is a sin. You would kill a roach, that's a sin. You would kill a rat, that's a sin. Thou shalt not kill. But we kill out of fear, because we think that if we don't kill it, it's going to come back and hurt us. And this is why we kill. Slim 400, he might have been killed because dude thought that he was going to get at him. Who knows? Maybe Slim 400 probably did put a couple of hits out there. Who knows? Nobody don't know what's going on in somebody's head. You don't really know somebody's life like that. I'm going to just say that nobody deserves to die, whether they're right or they're wrong. Nobody deserves to meet that fate like that. It's messed up. It's horrible. And, my grandfather and my grandmother taught me a lot of things. On my mother's side, I didn't really get to know my father's parents like that, but I did know them. I did spend a little bit of time with them. But my grandfather passed away not too long ago, and he died of natural causes. He didn't die because somebody killed him. Nowadays, the parents are supposed to be, getting buried by their kids. It looked like the kids is burying the parents is burying their kids. But I'm gonna tell you another thing about this. And this goes to the lazy ass parents out there who think stuff is cute when your kids is cursing and stealing when they little babies. And then you let that linger on. And then when the kid grow up to be a monster. This is why all of this is happening right here. Because of those kind of parents right there. When I was a kid and my mother told us to come inside at a certain time, that we didn't come inside at a certain time, she'd come and get us with a belt. The other kids were still playing outside, but the other kids felt some type of way because they didn't have parents that cared enough to look for them outside. So they didn't feel loved. And there's a lot of kids out. Let me tell you something. Don't let the law tell you that you can't beat your kid's ass. And I'm being honest with you. Because as crazy as that may sound, in this day and age, it worked for a lot of us that's my age right now. Back in the days when our parents kicked our ass. as we grew up, we knew right from wrong. The problem of the day, these kids, they don't have nobody to kick their ass. Excuse my lady, fuck them up. They don't have that. They got the parents too busy trying to be just like them. And this is why we got these young dudes out here running wild and these young girls out here running wild because don't nobody care about them. Everybody, all of the moms and the pops is trying to be like their kids nowadays. The kids have no home training, no guys. They come to people's house, walk all around their motherfucking house and all that, you know, do all kinds of shit to them, you know, in other people's houses and you know, go on people's refrigerator, whatever the case may be. Just because they wasn't raised with that. They didn't have nobody to tell them what was right and what's wrong. And this is the situation now, fam. And this is why we're suffering like we are suffering right now with these kids acting the fool. Because God took care of them while they were babies. Their parents paid for their sins until they got 12. And the parents just keep letting them pay for their sins. Didn't try to stop anything. That's why these kids out here bogarting and doing what they doing. And I'm not saying every kid is like that. Every kid is not like that. You got some kids that they're very respectful and you could tell they came from a good home. And I'm going to tell you one thing, youngins out here. Never be a follower. Always be a leader and let somebody lead to what you're doing. You don't never lead to what they're doing. And I'm going to tell you something. I may be one man speaking this, but this breaks my heart. I don't know who that is. Somebody put a porno flick thing on there. This breaks my heart, yo, to see that these kids is out here doing the worst, man. It breaks my heart, man. But I've met some pretty intelligent kids. I have, you know. But I'm telling you, and this is a lesson right here. You know, Slim 400 got killed and all that. And like I said, and you know, if you look back at all his videos that he has done, he's promoting the gangster life. You know, he was in Marcy Projects saying, like, you know, because he had some beef with what's this 6ix9ine and Shotty and all them. He had some beef with them. So he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come to Brooklyn. I'm in your hood. Like, you know, like I said, it hurts my heart that brother got killed like that. Because he was being dragged and shot. And we'll never know what truly happened. We'll never know if he was pressing that dude. For that dude to come out like that and be like, yo, you got something against me? You got something to say to me? You got something to say to me? You know, and pop, you got something to say to me? That was a dude that probably, and I'm gonna say this, that when you see that type of thing that just happened, that was a dude that was being pressed from a distance and it got back to him. Then he probably was like, no, man, I'm gonna just leave that shit alone, man. I'm gonna walk away from that. And then he just kept hearing shit keep going and going and going. He said, you know what? Fuck this. He went and he did what, because the dude was walking. You could tell the dude walked from a distance just to do what he did. This dude walked to this man's car with a blank mind. Only thing you know what? We all blank out sometimes. I know I blanked out a few times. But I guarantee you right now, dude right now is feeling, he's feeling this. He's feeling like, damn, I overdid this shit. I ain't had to kill a motherfucker. I could tortured him a little bit, did some shit like that. He's a real skinny, slim dude. You know, he could have did something like that. But he chose to, you know, just like if you find a roach in your house, man, you gonna kill that roach because you don't want 1,000 other roaches to come. So you gonna kill that roach. So he probably was like, yo, if I don't kill this dude, I may be killed, because if I let him go, then he gonna tell some other people, and then I'm gonna have to worry about my family or whatever. But in the long run, he still have to worry, because this dude, that Slim 400, he was connected with a lot of people. And it, like I said, man, this some sad shit, man. It's sad just to see that video from TMZ. With homeboy dragging them and shooting them at the same time. And I'm a spiritual person. That dude that did that, like I said, it must have been a situation where he was being pressed a lot, and he just says, you know what, fuck this shit. I ain't gonna let nobody press me like that no more. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna nip this in the bud. So that's when he did what he did. But brother, now you gonna have this man's spirit haunting you. This man God holding on to you. This man's spirit is gonna haunt you for the rest of your days in your life, bro. This man died on you. This man died with you in his mind. He know who you are. We gotta do better, man. We definitely gotta do better, man. Cause this right here, and you know what? I don't care if I don't got no views, man. Right about now, because maybe somebody gonna be out there, and somebody gonna listen to it. Somebody gonna listen to what I'm saying, and it may make them think like, yo, we know better. Why we not doing better? In the music industry, they ain't no good. They ain't no good, because they buying everybody's soul. They buying everybody's soul. Everybody's soul is being bought from the music industry. And what y'all guys don't understand is, okay, you being bought by the music industry, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. When you die, just for doing that unthinkable, selling your soul, you gonna answer to the Father himself. Because you sold something that wasn't yours to be sold. And this is the problem. Everybody want to live you know what? None of us know what's on that other side. None of us know. My pops died. He was a strong dude. My uncle, his brother had died. My father's brother died. He was a strong dude. And not near what? And my grandfather died. All three of these guys that I'm mentioning had an impact in my life. And they were strong dudes. My uncle JB, strong dude. He had an impact in my life as well. He taught me how to be a gentleman. You know, he taught me how to, you know, you got to cook for a lady, treat a lady the right way, you know. None of those guys came back. It said, yo, you know what? It's all right over there. None of them. So we don't know what's going on when we die. We don't know. But death is a serious thing. If you're not killing to eat what we was intended to do, and you just killing for greed and anger or jealousy, I think that's the ultimate sin that you could ever do, is to kill somebody for something like that. And again, like I said, it's sad, you know, and you know, it's quite a few people that never even heard of Slim 400. Because personally, I knew of Slim 400 when he came to New York, and he was standing by Marcy Project when he was trolling Shotty and 6ix9ine and their crew. That's how I knew who he was. I ain't never heard none of his music. None of that. I never heard none of Nipsey Hussle music. Okay, I ain't know these guys. Like I said, only person I really heard their music was Pop Smoke. That's it. I ain't never heard Pop Smoke was in the mainstream. He was on radio, TV, all of that. He made it. He actually made it on a silver screen, and his life was taken away since being that he made it on silver screen. These other guys, I didn't hear about them until they got killed, which is sad. These guys were making money underground, and it's sad. We need to do better as a people, man. And I'm not saying this on a black issue. I'm saying this as a black and white. Okay, we need to come together as a people. Because let me tell you something. It ain't no more quote unquote the white man. No, it's the black man that's exploiting people. Just like how we used to say, oh, the white. Well, I ain't saying, but you know, well, people say, oh, the white man is white. No. It ain't no white man. It ain't no white man. I love my white brothers and my white sisters. I love my black brothers and sisters. My Spanish black brothers and sisters. We're all brothers and sisters, man. When you really think about it, when you go and you get a heart transplant, who do you get it from? You don't know. You don't know if this person's white or black. You don't know. Excuse me. You don't know where this person is from. But as long as the blood type match, you can live. We need to do better. And that's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to say this, all the young brothers, if y'all guys look at this video, man, take this from me and try to learn from it, man. You know, and I'm going to tell you something. A lot of brothers and sisters are low self-esteem. They're not being loved the right way. And when you're not being loved the right way, yo, that can make you feel some type of way. But there's nobody to enforce rules in your life to keep you grounded. You won't feel a certain type of way if you just go and just be running around doing whatever you want to do and nobody ain't there to tell you, yo, this ain't right to do. You gonna feel some type of way. You gonna feel like, yo, nobody don't love me. Look at DMX. Look at what happened to DMX when he was a kid. His mother took him to a foster home and she asked him, oh, you like it here? He was like, yeah, it's nice. And then she left him there. That's a prime example when these young kids out here not being loved the way they need to be loved, man. And a lot of the older generation, they busy fighting each other. They busy arguing with each other. They busy killing each other. They ain't even trying to tell these kids, yo, this ain't the right way. This ain't the right thing to do. You should do it this way. Because if you do it this way, you'll be such and such. They're not doing none of that shit. They letting these young dudes go for broke out here with no kind of direction. Let me tell you something, y'all. If Bill Gates could do it, if the man who created Facebook could do it, I think it was two guys who created YouTube, if they can do it, anybody can do it. A job is a stepping stone to having your own. The day you get a job is that day when you put that money aside to create your business. You can create your business and get that LLC later on down the line. You got to get your business started up. And once you get your business started up, doing something to help people, as long as you ain't hurting nobody, you know what I mean? You can have anything you want. That's all it takes. Look, and you know what? I'm going to just say one thing, okay? And I don't care what nobody think of me, because I love all of these dudes. I love King of New Jersey. I love that dude. That brother got an excellent show. I love him, man. His show is off the hook. I like Sean Blaze. I like him. You know what I'm saying? I like Hassan Campbell. All right, I like 10 Toes Down. I like Sonata TV. I like all these dudes. Gully TV. I like all these dudes, man. I like all of them. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I'm gonna name one. I'm gonna talk about one of these brothers right here. 10 Toes Down. I commend that brother because I don't care whatever beef he got with King of New Jersey. The one thing I'm gonna say about 10 Toes Down is that brother always give pointers about jobs to people. He always, such and such is hiring. Go down there and do this and do that and do this. And he always giving out job information. So I commend that brother for that. Okay, I don't care. I ain't mixed into their politics that's on YouTube and everything. Don't want to be mixed into it. That's not my cup of tea. I'm a peaceful brother. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, if all those brothers right there came together and they united, do you know shit will be so powerful till YouTube will explode? These brothers have a lot of freaking knowledge, man. All them brothers that I named, they have knowledge. And you know what? It's a lot more than them. But these brothers that I mentioned are the heavy hitters. Okay? They the number ones on YouTube. They the number ones right there that I mentioned. In these streets. Those brothers right there are the number ones that I mentioned in these streets, man. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay? And if those brothers came to unite, like I said, King of New Jersey, 10 Toes Down, Hassan Campbell, Gully TV, all these guys that I mentioned, man, all of them, if them brothers came together, man, do you know what would happen? These brothers got the gift of God, man. They know how to talk. They know how to just make things sound real good, and you never know, man. Even though in reality there's no leader of no gang, but the toughest one probably might step up to convince the others that they can do it as well. Like I said, man, rest in peace, the Slim 400. The brother lived that life, man. A lot of people don't understand, man. Like, when you live a certain life, man, like for instance, when Tupac got killed, Tupac, he was just an artist. He wasn't supposed to do what he did to Orlando Anderson. He wasn't supposed to do that. He was just an artist. Suge Knight, they hired people to take care of situations like that. Tupac's supposed to be sitting in the limousine or in the hotel room. He wasn't supposed to go out there and hit that man like that. That was his demise right there. We got to know our place in life. Some of the brothers that's out here causing this ruckus, you don't even belong in that lane. You don't belong in that lane at all. And those brothers that don't belong in that lane be the ones that get killed. That don't belong in that lane. Slim 400 didn't belong in that lane. He was an entertainer. He was an entertainer riding for people that he called his family. Look at the brother now. And it's sad. It just see, I'm telling you, y'all, if y'all look at that video when the brother came up to him, was like, he said, "Yo, you got a problem? You got a problem with me?" Pop, pop, pop. He didn't even give him a word to say nothing. Then he dragged him out the car, and as he was like walking, he was like, pop, 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 like he was doing target practice and shit. And even though the video footage was garbage, you could still see Slim 400 being like thrown around like a rag doll, like he wasn't nothing, like he wasn't no human being. It's sad, man. But I'm gonna just say this, man. When you out there in these streets, and the world is seeing you on another light that you want the world to believe, and you don't really live that life, that should have come to you, bruh. If you don't live that life, don't be on that life. It'll come to you. And there's nowhere to go. Because I'm telling you, when you out there doing all that shit, it's somebody out there that's 10 times worse than you. And they gonna get angry because they think you perpetrating something that you really not. And they're really that way. And that be the motherfucker that comes, excuse my language, that be the person that comes after you. Because they're like, oh, this motherfucker trying to act like he ain't even about that life. Then they come after you. Because they know you fronting. They know you fronting already. You fronting for the camera. They already know that. That's why they gonna come after you. Because they know that you fronting. And you know what? I'm gonna just say this. Just because you hang around people like that, you don't need to adopt their ways, man. Because let me tell you something. I know people like that all day and every day. And I'm never going to act that way because